Okay, hey everybody. So I'm back again with another video, and this video, let me say this: a lot of my videos I go sometimes way back in the early, like 1980, 81, 82, 83, up until today. But this particular video is based off of a client that I had in about 1995 or 96, all the way up until last week. So I'm piggybacking from then, from 1996, over the years up until last week, which we're now in 2021. So what I want to talk about is not the last resort, but the last resort that the doctor will give you for asthma. Their last resort are oral steroids for asthma. But that's not the last resort. But that's their last resort. So what I want to give you is all the side effects from the oral steroids, okay? And I'm going to give you some that I have witnessed over the years. Not for myself, because I don't have asthma. The very first one that most people notice is weight gain, increase of appetite. Most quickly notice increase of appetite along with weight gain. And the weight gain mostly makes your face look puffy, your arms look puffy. You start to bulk up as though you're kind of, as with a woman, she bulks up all through here. Some women, as if she's like got air in here. Her face is puffy, her neck, all of this is puffy. She's more, like that. That is, you are retaining water. And a lot of times, another side effect is puffy legs, feet, and ankles. And that is because you're retaining water from the oral steroids. That's one of the side effects. The best way to handle that side effect is to go on a plant-based diet. As you're gaining the weight, you really need to go on a plant-based diet to ward off the water weight gain. You want to do high fiber. You want to keep your colon cleansed and things like that. Stay away from refined sugars. Stay away from definitely processed foods, okay? And you will see that side effect will cease, okay? The next side effect that I noticed was indigestion. Sometimes steroid tablets may upset your stomach, sometimes to the point of causing stomach ulcers. Now, to minimize this, it's best to take, if you have to, which you guys know I don't believe in pharmaceutical drugs, but if you have to, the best thing to do is to take those with food. I would say a glass of almond milk, okay? But you can kind of generally coordinate your schedule so that when you take these type of things, if that's what you choose to do, that you can coordinate your schedule so that your stomach won't be so upset during your working hours and things like that. And like I said, this video is just to tell you about the side effects of oral steroids, okay? You also can notice let me see, she noticed like nutritional deficiencies. Sometimes long-term or frequent use of steroids will cause potassium or calcium deficiencies. And the diuretics may also cause potassium deficiencies. So that's a side effect also. And let me see, what did I give her? What she started doing, what this client started doing for her mom was she started doing citrus fruits and bananas for a good source of potassium, because you know you're losing those with the oral steroids, okay? And most of us, we know about calcium sources, so you have to keep your calcium source up. And also, another side effect that I ran across over the years with clients was cataracts and glycoma from the oral steroids. That's a side effect. The steroids seem to like have increased the incidence of the cataracts, okay? And a lot of more glaucoma causes. Like it almost, it's almost like it was the cause of glaucoma, okay, from the steroids. And what a few people used for that was eye bright, okay? Now, like I said, I'm just giving you the side effects, because some people, when they get on steroids, they don't know why they're having these issues. They don't know why they're getting cataracts and they never did, or glaucoma is kicking in, or their potassium is messed up, or you know, they don't know. But at least if you're taking oral steroids, now you should be able to jot down and know what exactly is causing this, okay? A lot of people have ran into skin problems, breaking out, scratches and bruises. They'll notice when they get up in the morning, they're bruised, like you've been in a fight at nighttime, like you had a fight in your dreams. You may also notice thinning of the skin, and that means that you're bruising. You know, when you wake up in the middle of the night, you know, let's put it like this. Sometimes when I go to sleep at night, I find myself like maybe scratching myself, because you know I'm under the covers. You know, maybe my blanket is itching me, so I'm scratching. But when you're on oral steroids, sometimes just doing this at night, you know, if you hit yourself like this and scratch, that can bruise you, because your skin is starting to thin from the oral steroids. Also, what I've noticed is infections, because oral steroids depresses the immune system, makes you more vulnerable for infections, and your body is less able to fight them off because you are taking oral steroids. That's when you're actively taking them. So to me, when you're on oral steroids, because it suppresses the immune system, it's best to stay away from a lot of people, okay, while you're on the steroids, because it does suppresses your immune system. So I would say pump up your vitamin C. Also, with the oral steroids, we've noticed osteoporosis, this normally affects the elderly, but unfortunately, long-term use of steroids can be the cause of osteo, even if you're young, okay? And also, when steroids are needed to control a childhood asthma, it's especially important to use them for as short term as possible, because it causes retarded growth. What I mean by that, hold your horses, I don't mean nobody baby is retarded. It's called retarded growth, which means long-term steroid use in children can cause irreversible growth in the child. So instead of the child getting taller and bigger and things like that, it can reverse it, where the child it's called retarded growth. It's called where it means, in a sense, like it can stunt your baby's growth or stunt your child's growth for a little while. Okay, so and you don't want that. That's the disadvantage of a steroid for a child. Excuse me. Now, we've noticed mood changes from steroids. Long-term use over a period of years, for example, can cause noticeable mood changes. Almost everyone experiences feeling that feeling when you're constantly on steroids. Some people get very feisty. Some people get very depressed. Some people get very irritated. Anxiety sets in. But that's what you call the mood change, and very irritable, and a lot of anxiety is going on because that's one of the side effects if it's a long-term steroid use. Thrush. A lot of people, side effects we've noticed, they get thrush on the tongue, as well as inhaled steroids. Okay, that can also cause thrush. You can also, we've noticed another side effect is thrush infections. That's when you have long-term, large doses of steroids. And mostly if you're a diabetic and you're taking steroids. So if you're diabetic and you're taking steroids, that definitely can happen. Headaches. A lot of people start getting migraines and headaches and achy eyes, achy teeth. The whole face starts aching. That's a part of a headache. Leg cramps. Usually leg cramps are due to steroids. They won't be severe, but you will feel them. Okay. Increased blood sugar. Unless you're a diabetic, when you're on steroids, and increased blood sugar is due to oral steroids generally. Okay. Unless you're a diabetic. But if you're not, if your blood sugar increases and you're on oral steroids, that's what it's from. Increased blood sugar. If you don't have high blood pressure already and you start getting high blood pressure, usually that's a side effect from oral steroids. So I just wanted people to know the side effects, because a lot of times we are on different medications and we are on things, and a lot of times we get those little pamphlets that come with the medication and we don't read it. A lot of people, we don't read it. Let me close my blinds, people. A lot of times, we don't read it, and we're wondering why am I throwing up? Why am I having diarrhea? Why am I constipated? All those things. And we don't know that. So if we don't, it's good when you know what's going on with yourself. I'm trying to close my doors and everything. So a lot of times it's good when we know that. Hold on, people. So it's a lot of times it's good when we know that, because if you know what's happening to your body when you're on these type of medications, it's just good to know the side effects, so that you won't think that, oh my God, why am I throwing up now? Why am I constipated? Why am I having diarrhea? Why am I having high blood pressure? Because what happens is, usually when you go to the doctor, when you've been on any type of medication, and let's just say you've been on steroids off and on for a year. You go to the doctor, most of the time they want to do what? They want to throw you on high blood pressure medication, which can cause other side effects. But in reality, you don't have high blood pressure, really. It's just that the medication that you were on caused that side effect. And usually when you stop the medication, if you're eating correctly or things like that, then that side effect will disappear. It's not like you get a side effect and you get off the medication and you just have that side effect permanently. And if you do, it's because of your eating habits. It's because let's just say if you're on a medication, right, and it causes you to have hypertension or it causes you to have migraines, and you get off of it and you're still eating processed foods, you're eating a lot of dairy, you're drinking a lot of alcoholic beverages, then there's no way that that side effect is going to go away. No, you're going to keep that one forever, probably, because you're not doing anything to suppress it. You understand what I'm saying? You're not doing anything to get rid of it. So therefore, now you have that ailment on top of asthma, or you have that ailment on top of another ailment. So now you're on from one pill or two pills from that one bottle. Now you're on 4 or 5. And then you have a side effect from that second bottle of pill. Now you're on another pill and another pill and another pill and another pill. I know someone personally, I know someone in my family who takes 35 pharmaceutical drugs a day. And this person has something wrong with just about every organ in her body. And that is sad. But this person only started off with carpal tunnel syndrome. That's it. Now her heart is messed up. Her kidneys are failing. She has hypertension and hypotension. She has them both, hypertension and hypotension. She's had about 7 operations. She also had ovarian cancer. Yeah. Just started out with carpal tunnel. She got an operation on both of her hands, and that led to getting an operation on her neck, her back, her spine, her hip, her knee, and on 35 pills. 35 pills in every 24 hours. And her body is dying slowly. We have to understand, people, that the doctors will tell you all the time when you walk in their office, when they write you out a prescription, they say, let me get your treatment plan together. Let me get your treatment plan together. Let me see what treatment we can put together. Let us look at the treatment plan. It's always treatment, treatment, treatment. They will never come back in the office while you're sitting there waiting on them to come back in with your prescriptions, with your little prescription, they would never say, ma'am, I'm writing this prescription for you because this is a cure. You will not have diabetes anymore. You will not have asthma. You will not have cancer. You will not have, because it's not set up that way. It is not set up. How in the hell can they send their kids off to college and pay their mortgages and car notes if you're all well? If you're feeling good, if you're never sick? Can you imagine if nobody was ever sick? How would they send their little children to college? How would they do anything if we're not sick? So my thing is, know what you're taking, know the side effects, know what to eat and how to help yourselves, because the only thing that can help us out of this pandemic, the only thing that can help us out of being sick, the only thing can help us from dying sick is knowledge, power, and use the things that was left on earth for us to be rejuvenated. That's it. It's not a doctor on earth that can cure you from anything. They will tell you, ma'am, this is not a cure. I'm going to give you a treatment. So would you want a treatment? Treatment versus rejuvenation. Treatment versus cure. Treatment versus eating healthy. Treatment versus plants for medicine. I would take off the treatment for myself. I don't ever want a treatment. Treat what? What are you going to do? You're going to treat me? You know, it's just like throwing a bone. It's just like throwing a bone to a dog. You know, we've learned what treatments do for cancer, right? What do they do? What do treatments do for cancer? What? Oh, yeah. There has never been anyone that has got a treatment, and lived through cancer to tell it 40 years later, 30 years later. No. Because you can never, ever, ever heal or cure. You can't heal or cure a toxic disease with a toxic drug. Do those two go together? They can't even balance each other out. How are you going to heal something or cure something that's down here with a toxic treatment? See, toxic and treatment. Those two together just don't sound right. Toxic and treatment. It should be toxic down here, and it should come up here and rise with rejuvenation. Rejuvenation means heal thyself. Okay, I will talk to you guys later. I hope you like this video, and like, subscribe, comment, and share. But know what you're doing. Understand the understanding, and also understand your side effects. Know how to rejuvenate yourselves. Research, read, research, read. No treatments. You don't want a treatment. We've been getting treatments all our lives. What has that done? Treatments cause us to die dead. Die dead meaning hooked up to all these machines in a rehabilitation place. Nobody can help you. You're coughing and gagging. You're dying miserably. Nobody wants to die miserably. Don't die dead. Die alive. Okay? Talk to you later. Peace and blessings.